best win percentage. I was testing with that Venusaur deck, and I've had some falling out with it. As you can tell, I've had 7 losses with it. This Yveltal deck, I've played 33 games, and I have 29 wins with it, so the win percentage is pretty good with it. The deck isn't. Oop. Wait, let me go back one. The deck isn't very innovative in what it does. It runs 2 Darkrai, 1 Sableye, 2 Yveltal, 3 Yveltal EX, 1 Sock, 2 Pikachu, 2 Raichu, Keldeo EX, 2 Bicycle, 1 Computer Search, 4 Dark Patch, 4 Hypnotoxic Laser, 2 Professor's Letter, 1 Tool Scrapper, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 N, 4 Professor Sycamore, 4 Shauna, 2 Virbank City Gym, believe that's 3 Muscle Bands, and I can figure that out in a second. The only thing that I kind of want to be able to fit a random receiver in, but I think being able to recur Computer Search with Sableye is probably good enough. Okay, so we are running 3 Muscle Bands, 8 Dark Energy, and 4 Double Colorless Energy. So let's see what we can do with this deck. Alright, now it looks like our opponent is Mortis. I don't know if I've ever played this opponent before. Alright, and we win the coin flip, which is always beneficial for this deck. And this is a terrible opener. Yeah, you rarely want to have to open with a sock. But I think we might be able to make something out of it. Let's see, so playing against some kind of dragon deck, we've got a Shauna. We'll go ahead and get a Virbank City Gym down, Hypnotoxic Laser. My deck doesn't run Switch, so I am going to have to retreat that. I'm going to Ultra Ball to get a Darkrai. And let's see what we have prized. Our Sableye is not prized. Raichu, Pikachu, Keldeo. We've got 1 Pikachu prized, but our Keldeo is still in the deck in case if we go up against some crazy status effect deck. Shauna here. Not much better. I'm actually going to leave my sock in the active spot. Let's see what my opponent can do. He's running Zoroark, so he may be, well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say maybe trying to build his bench full of dark Pokemon so that Sharon is a supporter. I think I may be up against a newer player, which is quite beneficial for me. It's unfortunate for my viewers, but very fortunate for me. And it's been interesting. The competition on Pokemon TCGO is, sometimes you'll play against somebody who's really good, and every once in a while it's like a theme deck. So it's tough to tell what you're gonna end up coming up against. Okay, so we have a Muscle Band. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Muscle Band on the Darkrai. I'm going to use a Dark Energy on the Darkrai. And I guess I'm going to Shauna. Okay, so that turned out reasonably well. So with Hypnotoxic Laser, that's going to be dealing 30 damage. With the Muscle Band, the Sock will be dealing 30 damage. I can draw a bicycle, and there's my Yveltal. So, bam. 60 weakness, and then 30 more from the poison, so not far from being able to knock out a Chansey. Oh, sorry. That was my girlfriend. So it sounds like this is going to put me to sleep, and I miss on my flip. Oh no. Oh, but we get a computer search. Oh, and my opponent concedes. And Sock was the MVP of the game. Big surprise. So that game was a little disappointing. Let's see if we can find one that is a little bit more competitive. And Lincioni appears to be our opponent. We get to play first again, alright. So it looks like we're going up against a Water Shuriken Greninja deck. We're playing first. I want to lead out with Yveltal. And I'm just going to put one Yveltal EX on the bench. And I would like to draw a card. Ooh. This is a crappy situation. So we're gonna get a Professor's Letter out of this and waste all of the dark patches that are in our deck, which really sucks. Unless if all of my professors, nope, they're not all priced. Very good. And it sucks that we have to do this, but we will have to waste every dark patch in our deck, pretty much. We'll have one dark patch left remaining. One energy will go on my Yveltal, which will not be able to attack yet, and then we will Sycamore. I got a Sableye, a Darkrai, a Hypnotoxic Laser to put a little pressure on our opponents. We can go ahead and Dark Patch onto, I'm gonna say, given what's in our grave and what I'm seeing from my opponent, I'm gonna Dark Patch onto the Sableye. And Bicycle. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a Pikachu. No Pikachu. Can't retreat. We could Ultra Ball, but we don't really have a lot of information about our opponent's deck, so the Tool Scrapper could be important. But we have a very reasonable setup here. Froakie is weak too, so he can Rare Candy into Greninja. And it looks like Fin Smack is gonna draw First Blood. Interesting. An Ultra Ball discarding Pokemon Catcher and Ultra Ball for a Froakie. Juniper, sure. Just trying to get rare candies and Greninjas. And you put a Muscle Band on a Froakie. Okay. So we have a use for a Tool Scrapper. So we should go ahead and get that out of there. We can basically give away the fact that we have no real hand, which Sableye will be very important for, so I'll go ahead and get a Pikachu. Alright, Pika P. darkness energy in our grave, and the horsey will end up dying as it goes back into my opponent's turn. This dark energy I'm going to put on an Yveltal. An argument could be made that I should put it on the Pikachu, but N could happen. And I was extremely fortunate to draw that off the top of my prize stack. So we have a Ultra Ball, Greninja, Rare Candy, and a Greninja. And he's gonna discard a water energy to deal 30 damage to my Sableye. Okay. So we'll go ahead and evolve that. Now the dilemma begins. Is my deck more powerful than his, just abjectly? Do I in here, or do I wait? I think the move is going to be to, since I have free retreat, I'm going to retreat to Sableye. I'm going to Sableye and Junk Hunt. And we're going to get Computer Search. And what else? Hypnotoxic Laser. Sure. Excuse me. And, you know, if my opponent wants to kill my Sableye to take a prize, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to use my N to give my opponent a lot of cards. I mean, his last card could be a Juniper, but it doesn't seem that way. Perfect. Very good, very good. Almost exactly what we wanted to see. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Load, load, load. And we'll get a Professor Sycamore. And that was fortuitous. Horsey is weak against electric. I do need to be cautious of a water shuriken here, but Raichu is going to be my least intimidating attacker at this point. I mean, if they take a prize from Raichu, they only get one prize, so we shall see. With 2 cards in hand and me dumping my ends as quickly as possible, this game is looking pretty good. So I get the easy knockout on the Froakie. Take another prize. And he finally got an N. Okay, but we got a Hypnotoxic Laser, so he got a prize for my Sableye. The jerk. 50 damages there. So that's the game. We Hypnotoxic Laser, miss on the flip, Circle Circuit, and Poison will kill him at the end of his turn. So it is an interesting deck, but it's one that can't quite match the speed of the Yveltal deck. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.